Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a tag for you today, but wait, I promise this is a good one. This is called the Honest Booktuber tag, and I was tagged by Pat from Book Chat with Pat, and it was originally created by excuse me, Harriet Rosie 13, and it's been going around, and this is a really good tag, like I said, but I hope you like me after I tell the truth. Okay, number one. These are the prompts. One, have you ever lied about reading a book? Since I've been on Booktube, of course I haven't lied about reading a book because I'm here to talk about books. But when I was young, I used to lie about reading because it wasn't popular in my circle of friends. I wasn't cool if I was a reader, and I wanted to be liked. I was a people pleaser. But since I've joined Booktube and found my community, yes, I am honest. I would never lie about reading a book. Number two, have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or author? I never thought about this until I joined Booktube, but yes, I have avoided a book. I should say that I'm avoiding books about from authors who maybe I read one book and now I'm avoiding them. I'm going to give you some examples. Of course, we have what's going around Booktube, the Alice Munro controversy, that she was unkind and mistreated her daughter as a mother of four. I had just started reading Alice Munro when we heard that she had passed away. I really never read her before, and I read a few short stories. Nothing that made me say I want to read more, at least not strongly that I wanted to read more. I like them. But then there was this controversy about how she mistreated her daughter regarding her husband and the husband's abuse of that daughter. So, and she didn't want to believe or do anything about it. And after that, I can't respect someone who does that. So that's one person that I don't think I'm going to continue reading. So now, content bothers me if I detect severe misogyny, especially if it's recent, or if there's something about the book that is sexist, but that really makes me think I'm not going to read this author and support this author. Let me tell you why, and this is a not unpopular opinion, but it's true. I read a book, the first book by Amor Towles, and it was called Rules of Civility. I almost forgot what it was called. It has a female protagonist, I remember, and I wasn't really enjoying it that much, though it had really good reviews. And then there was something toward the end of the book. I didn't know if this was a female author or not, by the way, when I first read it. I thought it could be male, it could be male, could be female. But there was something in the book that just said, this is a man, and only a man would say this, and I don't like him. And I've avoided books by Amor Towles ever since, even though he is very much lauded on Booktube as a wonderful author. I really didn't enjoy Rules of Civility. There were parts of it that were okay, fun. The premise was good. It took place in the I don't even remember really what it was about, except that it took place in maybe the 40s. And like I said, the protagonist was a female, and it talks about class and how she meets a guy that was from an upper class man, and how that relationship works out or not. That's all I remember about it. But there was something in the book that was, it was a sexual thing, and I really, really disliked it's funny, I disliked the author more than I disliked the character, who and made me think, first of all, this is a guy, and this is a guy I don't like. So I've avoided his books. So if you love Lincoln Highway, which I haven't read, or any of his other books, please forgive me, because this is just my opinion, of course. It's my channel, and that was one person. The next person really hurts my heart because he's a Dominican author. I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm thinking he's from New York as well as I am. His name is Junot Diaz, and there's a controversy around him. He won the Pulitzer Prize, and I was very happy, even though I hadn't read. The only book I think I read was This Is How You Lose Her, and I couldn't finish it. But he won the Pulitzer Prize for another book, the wondrous short life of, I can't remember the name, but I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Now, why am I not why am I avoiding his books? Not because of any misogyny that I saw in any of his books, though I heard that there were. I didn't finish This Is How You Lose Her, and I think I only read it after the controversy, actually. So this is what happened. There was an essay in New York Magazine or the New Yorker, I'm not sure which, and where he's talking about that he was sexist because of his background of being abused as a child, and he was part of the Me Too movement, or I never read the essay, but after the essay, women came forth who told a small group of female writers publicly accused Diaz of unwanted physical contact, sexual harassment, and bullying behavior throughout his career. Those writers say they've since been contacted by others with similar stories, and several of the allegations concern Diaz's conduct on campus visits, interacting with graduate students and others. The others were interns and people. He was a person in power. He went to those colleges to either teach or make speeches, and a lot of the things that were said about him were really gross, and I can't read, and he blamed it on his Dominican background, about his experiences, and a lot of the women who were victims of Diaz weren't having it. So I decided that I was going to avoid his books because of that. So if you've read his books and you like his books, that's up to each person to decide whether they're going to avoid an author or not because of controversy. There are others that I probably won't pick up anything by Norman Mailer or Gore Vidal, but they were sort of known to be sexist. So yeah, I have no reason to really pick that up. So yeah, that's a lot for number 2, but it's going to go faster from here on. So number 3, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? And I'm assuming they're talking about, since I was a booktuber, I've only received 2 or 3 books, and I think I did disclose A Bitter Fog, Herbicides and Human Rights by Carol Van Strom. But in case I didn't, thank you for the person who sent me this. It was actually the first book that I received from a publisher or someone working for a publisher. So I've read some of it, and I heard it's a really good book, and she's a really good author. So if you I've read this. This is something that I've been given, and I think it's why wouldn't you disclose it if you received it for free, unless you're never going to read it, I guess. But even if you're not going to read it, I would still disclose it because it's a book to talk about. And this book is a true story of people fighting to protect their families and homes from Agent Orange and other poisons sprayed on them from the air. So it's a true book, and I think it's worth reading, though I haven't read it yet, and I'm disclosing that. I'm telling the truth, honest. Okay, number 4, have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? No. I always intend to read books that I buy. I don't always get along with them, but that's really stupid to me. And I don't have the money to do that, even if that was a thing, a Booktube thing. Number 5, have you ever got caught in a Booktube drama? I don't think Booktube has that much drama compared to other maybe political channels, or even maybe makeup channels I heard had drama. But there have been small dramas on Booktube. I've never been caught up in them. I do have a friend who's been, for some reason, receiving a lot of hateful comments, which is another, and I will always protect and try to stick up for all my friends. So I don't understand why anyone would send a Booktuber hateful comments, but I guess it's a thing. And so I'm involved in that kind of Booktube drama, in that I am hearing about people who have received bad comments, and I'm on their side, and I will always stick up for them. So, and then the next one is, have you ever had a hate comment, and did you respond? And, as I told you, I am approaching 4 years next month on Booktube, and I have to say I've never received a hateful comment. The only thing I've received comments like, buy this or buy that, and even one person wanted to ask me out on a date. But I don't think that was real. But hate comments, no. Maybe because my channel is so small and I don't put myself out there that much to get hateful comments. That could be a reason. But yeah, we're on social media. There's going to be comments. And if I did get one, I would just delete it, block it, and try not to make it hurt me. But I'm a sensitive person, so it probably would hurt me if I received those comments. So I'm glad I don't receive those comments. But to my friends, and I've had quite a few, I would say maybe three Booktubers who've expressed on their channel, or to me personally, that they've received hate comments and were attacked. Some one in particular, really viciously. I will stand up for them and try to encourage them to keep their channel, because if they want to, because it's not worth it for the trolls. The trolls are going to be the trolls, and the good people are going to be the good people, and they're going to outnumber the trolls anyway. So that's my answer to that. Number 7, have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? I wish I knew how to do this, because my videos don't get many views, and I'm trying to think of a way to get more views, but I'm not going to copy any other Booktuber if it's not me. I do know some Booktubers who do copy other Booktubers, and that I'm not saying anything bad about them. It seems to work for some of them, and I just can't do it because I won't feel like me. And I want to be able to edit, go in, go out, do things, be outrageous. Well, I have been outrageous, but that's coming next or soon. Okay, number 8. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently? Yes, I would. Now, this is going back to the making a video just because it would get views. No, I didn't do that. But I thought, I'm a people pleaser. I used to be a dancer, singer, an actress. Let me be, let me do something that shows my personality. When actually, it really, it makes me so ashamed. I actually danced with a cane. My cane, I use a cane, so it's not like I took a cane. I danced with a cane. I did salsa, or I showed salsa because I was a salsa dancer. I told jokes. But, I wasn't trying to be somebody that wasn't myself. I was just trying to show that part of my personality. And then I just didn't like it. I got a few comments, not hate comments, but a few comments that were mildly telling me maybe I shouldn't be doing this on a Booktube channel. I'm still not sure if I shouldn't or not, because it is part of me. But yeah, so then I started becoming the other part of myself that is more serious and more bookish, which of course this is a Booktube channel, and that is part of me also. But I'm not sure how much of the other side of me I should show or not, and I won't do it just to get views. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about that. Yeah, how much of yourself should you show on Booktube? Let me see. So yeah, I wouldn't start my Booktube channel, telling jokes and trying to be that funny part of me. I would be more of the serious side of myself, which I did at the same time, but I was sort of like performing, because that was part of my personality, to perform. So I was being myself, but that part of myself that was an extrovert. When I'm the real part of myself, or the major part of myself, I'm definitely an introvert. So if you understand that, let me know, because I'm not sure I understand it. Number 9, are there any channels you wish you could be more like? And I think I said that. I wish I could do more special effects, maybe talk about books that I don't want to talk about books that I don't read, or force myself. I'm not going to force myself to read a book that's not in my wheelhouse, unless it's something that might be in my wheelhouse, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've put down books that people have recommended that were maybe sort of in my wheelhouse, but just weren't doing it for me. So I wish I liked fantasy more. I wish I liked romance more, because I probably would have a bigger channel, but I don't. So I'm not going to change who I am at almost 74. That's it. Okay. Number 10. What's something you love about your channel? What I love about my channel is that even though I don't get a lot of views or have a lot of subscribers, the people that watch me are loyal to me, and they watch me, and we've become friends. And that is the most important reason why I stay on Booktube. It's because of the friends that I've made here that I always talk about, so I won't go into that, but that's what I love about my channel, that it puts me out there so I can make friends. And as you get older, it's harder to make friends in real life. And I have one best friend, like I always talk about, but to make friends and put myself out there is not very easy at this time of my life. So I hope you enjoyed this honest booktube tag. I'm going to tag some people now. And I tried to tag people that I don't think were tagged before. But if you were, I'm sorry. And if you don't want to do this book tag, of course you don't have to. So I'm going to tag Priscilla from Evening Reader, Katja from Page Turners with Katja, Berna, my good friend Berna, Turkish booktuber from Berna's Bookish Adventures, Angelia from Read and Reread, Gemma, she's from England, and her channel is Gem of Books, Jack, my good friend Jack from Spread Book Joy, Sonia, or Sonia, at An Enthusiastic Reader, and Novella. She's been away for a while, but she's back. So if you like this tag, you can do it if you haven't done it. My friend Brian at Bookish Texan. I love Brian. Also, and I didn't write it down, but Daniel at Guilty Feet, Lorraine at Books at the Bottom of the Stairs. So that's the honest booktuber tag. I hope that you thought I wasn't too honest. Can you be too honest? I think you can. And just a reminder, in August, I'm hosting my first event, the phenomenal woman Maya Angelou event, readathon. And all you have to do is read one book by Maya Angelou and another book by a woman you think is a phenomenal woman. And I'm beginning to believe at 74 that I'm a phenomenal woman, whether you agree or not. So please join me in August, because I hope to be more active on Booktube. So thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, as always, take care and aloha.